So that's where Uranus ends up.
Misthios! Fresh vegetables for your journey. The juiciest in Kephallonia.
I'm not really in the market for vegetables.
No one is. Our stock is practically decomposing.
We're trying to make enough rachmi to get out of Kephallonia. It's about time we moved on.
I know what you mean.
Wait. Creosa. You think she could help us?
I think she could.
You'll have to tell me what it is first.
Are you scared of sharks, Misthios?
Damn straight. What are you talking
Have
about?
you seen their teeth?
Believe us, we have. And we won't go near them again. A shark is guarding our one guaranteed way out of Kephallonia.
A shark?
He guards a precious necklace. We get it, sell it, and leave Kephallonia. The old bandit who found it first buried the necklace on the shore, near a temple.
And the fool didn't think. Water rises. Now the necklace may as well belong to the shark. Vegetable drachme is all right, but necklace drachme is best.
I know what it's like to want to leave Kephallonia.
Who wouldn't? We have nothing here. As many vegetables as we please, but no hope.
It's buried in a chest. If you get it for us, we'll take what we need to get out, and you can keep the rest.
All right. I'll kill your shark.
You'll skewer him.
You'll find him deep in the ruins of Granit down south.
Buried treasure usually has a story.
The necklace was said to belong to Procris.
Ah.
You know, the wife of Kephallos.
Procris.
On the eve of their wedding, he gave it to her as a promise of fidelity.
Well, we know how that turned out.
Hey,
Typical. At least he returned to
Not
Procris
his
in time
fault.
for her death.
also not his fault that Procris died. Come on.
Where on the island are these ruins?
You know the sunken islet of Zeus? Find that, and you'll find the ruins.
To the shark's temple I go.
I'll never look at another vegetable again after this.
Phobos, away! Come on.
Anyway, yeah, just about that. We know it's not Kephallos' fault. First of all, Eos, the goddess of dawn, stole him away. Secondly, he wanted to come back. Thirdly, Procris snuck up on him. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go and check out my video where I explain a little bit about Kephallos up here. Okay, so we've got Kronos, who has defeated his father Tartarus and locked him up.
By the gods!
No, sorry.
What's happened here?
I'll come back to it. We've got Kronos has defeated his father Uranus and locked him up in Tartarus, along with six other monsters. 3 brothers called the Hecatoncheires, meaning the 100-headed, 100-handed. They are Aegeon, Cottus, and Gyges, and 3 Cyclops, Arges, Brontes, and Steropes. He locks them away because they're a massive threat to his power, because they're these huge giant things with, like, I mean, the Hecatoncheires have got 10, no they don't, they've got 100 hands, 100 heads, or 100 hands and 50 heads, something like that. Oh, we're not there yet. Anyway, a lot of hands, a lot of heads. That's a massive threat. And the Cyclopes, I don't know what the plural is. They're very clever. And again, they're just massive giants. I mean, we're going to see me fight one, and it's not going to be fun. So Kronos has locked them away in Tartarus, and he rules over men. He rules over what was considered a golden age, where men did not require laws, and everything was shared equally. So things are vibing under Kronos. He marries his sister Rhea, and they reign for a while, until of course Kronos is given a similar, or rather the exact same prophecy as Uranus. So remember, I was talking about that succession myths. This will explain why Zeus is the rightful king and not one of his others. It was basically fated. Come on, you stupid shark. There's one. I don't think I need to. Oh, maybe I do. If you're that close. Oh. Okay. So Kronos is also given the same prophecy, namely that one of his kids will kill him and take his throne. But rather than try and force everyone back into Rhea, I don't know how well that would have gone down, he decides to eat all of his kids. Every time they're born, he eats one of them. Every time one is born, he eats one of them. I'm lost. Got lost myself. Where am I heading? This way. Okay. Now, Kronos has feasted on 5 of his kids already, and Rhea is quite sick of it, to be fair, and you can't really blame her, can you? I mean, her kids are being eaten, come on. So when it comes to Zeus, she hides baby Zeus, and she offers Kronos a massive stone swaddled in cloth and says, hey, here's your baby, why don't you eat this one as well? So Kronos munches away on the he doesn't munch actually, he swallows the stone and he thinks all's good.
Ella.
What's here? Oh, I know. This is... There we go. Temple of Zeus from this, which basically means Zeus of the underworld, which is Hades. So this is actually a temple to Hades. What? What? Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, you want this? Oh, you want this beef? Oh. Oh, okay. That was grim. Ate my horse. Come on. And so, we now have Zeus as a baby. I mean, there aren't a lot of stories about Zeus's infancy. He just kind of was born and it was the next thing we know is a man. But his birth and how he was raised, there's lots of different stories about that. So according to some stories, he was raised by a nymph called Adamanthia, and what she did was dangled Zeus off a cliff over the sea, and in doing so suspended him between the land, the sea and the sky, which is what Kronos was ruling over, and so Zeus remained invisible to Kronos' eyes, which is quite clever, really. Another story has it that Zeus was raised by goats, or rather a goat called Amalthea. And she, along with soldiers or smaller gods called Curetes, they danced, shouted, and were able to mask Zeus's baby crying from Kronos' ears. There's also another story in which Zeus was raised by a nymph called Melissa. And I don't know how much I believe this one, because Melissa nursed him with goat's milk and honey. And the story of Melissa is quite a sad one. Melissa, this story is one of those, like, it's called an eponymous story, which is one of those stories that is set up to explain why we have things or how things came about. And the story of Melissa explains the bee, why the gods only eat ambrosia, and why the bumblebee has a sting that kills it. So, Zeus and Hera, it's their wedding day, and loads of nymphs have been invited. Oh yeah, I need to go back and I forgot about that completely. So loads of nymphs and gods have been invited, and they use this as an opportunity to curry favour with the gods, bringing loads of nice food. And Melissa is there, just like this round, floating, nondescript thing, wings too big for it, not really got anything to offer apart from this golden gloop in a very plain bowl. Now Zeus sees this and he just tastes it out of courtesy, not expecting to be amazed by it, but it is the most sensational thing he's ever tasted. So much so that he decides he's going to bless this as the official food of the gods, which is why the gods only have nectar. And he promised Melissa anything that she wanted. Melissa, I think reasonably, asks for a weapon to defend herself with, because, you know, she works hard. Larger animals steal her food and they try to benefit off her hard work, and she is powerless to defend herself because she doesn't have anything. So she asks Zeus, please give me something to defend myself with, you know. Before I talk to him, let me finish the Melissa story. Zeus is outraged. He's looking at this thing like, listen mate, you live such a chill existence. Beef. You know, she asked for something to wreak violence when she had been blessed to roam in peace. And this was all to ensure she didn't have to share her hard work and her hard-earned food. Zeus is outraged. But he did promise her whatever she wanted, so he does follow through on it. First, he gifted her a colony of bees to help her gather her ingredients and ease all the hard work that she has to do. Fine. And she would lead them as their queen. Then, Zeus offers her a weapon, and a giant black sting slowly starts to protrude from her belly, and at the end was a barb to latch onto what and all she wanted to use it for. But, as we all know, bees cannot sting without dying, and Melissa could not use her weapon without it ripping her insides out in the process. But I'm thinking, if Melissa is really involved in this, in the upbringing of Zeus, then why would Zeus condemn her so? Right, that's why I'm not necessarily convinced that Melissa had anything to do with Zeus's upbringing.
You found it! That's the necklace!
That shark put up a good fight. He must have liked it.
We can finally leave. No more vegetables.
We'll have a new life. One far from our past.
I know what that's like. Good luck.
Okay, sweet. I don't think there's much left here in Kephallonia. Let's come here. A ship came sailing. And there's that. Blood. Oh, let's do blood fever. But that, anyway, that's Melissa, and that's like Zeus's upbringing, or what we know of it. Unfortunately, if there are any other stories, then they have been lost to time. Such is the harsh existence of this study. But coming back to Zeus, the story continues that once he was old enough and strong enough, he managed to weasel his way in to a meeting or a party with Kronos as his official cup bearer, so serving him wine and drinks and stuff. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm gonna wreck you. Are you dumb? What? What? No, wait, where's... fine. I'll walk it. So Zeus is Kronos' cupbearer, and he's serving him a drink, and then very, very sneaky, he slips like a poison draft into Kronos' cup, which causes Kronos to throw up all of the kids that he's eaten.
How'd it go with Marcos?
How it always goes. I didn't get my money, and I'm running another errand for him.
Why do you let him boss you around?
I owe him a debt from the past.
Yes.
Oh, did you borrow Vrachma?
Not that kind of debt. Few people would take in a runaway they caught thieving. I was just a kid.
Huh. I'm just a kid and I've done pretty good for myself.
What do you want, Phoebe?
You know Kausos?
The town on the other side of the island? Why?
People that are sick. And my friend Kina is too. There is a blood fever. They say it's a curse and they need help from the gods.
I told you, I'm not a god.
But Ikaros
Is a bird.
That doesn't mean you can't help.
Oh, good point.
All right, I'll look into it.
So, Kronos is sat there throwing up his kids one after the other. And out comes Demeter, Hestia, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. And I don't know, I think that the order that they come out in is interesting, only because of Demeter, the goddess of grains, but also the goddess of the hearth.
Gods won't help you.
Oh,
The sickness
I
must
hate
be
this bit.
destroyed by our hands. We have no choice.
Help us!
He won't let us go.
What's going on?
Kausos was consumed by plague. We couldn't keep up with the bodies. It was spreading. We had to intervene.
They killed our brothers, our neighbors.
We survived the massacre.
But he'll kill us now.
The gods have abandoned us. The sick must join the dead if we are to save the living.
You burned the whole village?
Many nights were lost praying. We had to take action. To scorch the blood fever out of Gaussos.
Is there no hope for a cure?
Nothing has worked. Sacrifice, prayers.
Healers won't come near us. Soldiers won't let us leave. The gods won't answer our prayers.
But I don't know anything about the plague.
There is nothing you can do.
No!
If you intervene, I will be forced to defend the gods' wills.
Save us from him! Have pity!
We aren't even that sick. We'll get better.
Nobody gets better. This is the only way all of Kephallonia will save itself from extermination.
Oh, man.
We have children! Think of them!
Don't regret stopping here, Misthios.
There's never any regret in saving people, but my god. Okay, I know it makes literally
Let
no
them go.
real difference in the outcome. Actually, no, it does. It makes a huge
You're no god.
difference. Oh, see, so now I have to fight them.
Got something for you!
I can't remember actually if that really has any impact on the rest of the game. Because I've read like stuff that's been like, oh yeah, if you come back to Kephallonia then something will happen. And I don't want to spoil that if you haven't played this game already. But fine, let's see what they say.
You're a hero.
That priest came from the underworld. Some man of the gods.
The real god sent you. Time to go. We're well enough to travel, but need healing.
Before you go, take my drachmi. It can't pay for what you gave us, but it's all we have.
You're gonna need that. Oh, fine, you
Forget
keep
about
it.
that. Just travel safely.
You're a gift from the gods, Eagle Bearer. I hope they bless you.
Bye, Kina. Be safe.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't think the order itself is very important, except for with Demeter, who comes out last, because as goddess of the hearth, it's almost as though
Off we go now.
Demeter is the last thing there, right? The hearth would be like the fire going off in the home, keeping it warm and stuff. So it's all about like that familiarity, that safety, that almost reassurance that the home will be there as the last thing. And if the siblings are all together, they're ready to fight Kronos and his titans, and we get this massive war that breaks out for 10 years called the Titomachy. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it, Titomachy. And the Olympians are not looking all too great to begin with. They are heavily outnumbered. The Titans are bigger than them. There's more of the Titans. But Zeus is clever. He's resourceful. And he has the support of his mother Rhea and his grandmother Gaia. But I think the best thing he does is he releases the Hecacontires and the Cyclopses from Tartarus, and he manages to get them on his side. Now the Cyclopses are so grateful for this that they fashion him his famous thunderbolts. So the Cyclopses, whose names were of course Arges, Brontes and Steropes, which mean bright, thunderer and lightner, make the thunderbolt, of course, and Mother Earth Gaia releases lightning for Zeus to use. The Cyclopses also make Poseidon his trident,
I should be careful.
and they give Hades his helm of invisibility. So yeah, this definitely changed the course of the war in the Olympians' favour. I mean, of course. Now they've got these dope-ass weapons to actually fight against the Titans.
What was that?
So we've got the Titans led by not Kronos actually, because Kronos gets depicted as like old Father Time, but actually by Atlas. But the Olympians eventually, they are triumphant, they win, and the majority of the Titans are imprisoned in Tartarus. A few Zeus allows to like keep their reign or whatever, but most of them are in Tartarus. And Zeus is now the undisputed ruler of the world. I mean, there are stories where after this, like Talisman of Artemis. Oh yeah, I didn't kill everyone. Let's do that then.
My blade is oh shit!
Cool. I didn't realise that I only really fought the Cyclops and here and just let everybody else go.